What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Trey and I teach you how to manifest. Welcome to the course. This is the Manifesting 101, or I should say mini course or mini workshop, where I'm going to basically try to teach you and explain to you the things I experienced and the things that I found out in my own life, in my own situations, and things that I realized when it came to manifesting that I think may actually help you guys out. That being said, I got my banana, I got my water. Let's jump straight into the workshop. So first things first, if you guys would like to see more videos like this of me actually creating a presentation and going in depth and in detail about what actually worked for me when it came to manifesting, I will leave a like and subscribe so you guys actually find my videos and you guys are notified when I actually upload a video. And also because it does something to the algorithm where it bumps my videos up and it allows people who are not normally or usually able to see my videos get a chance to watch my content. Yeah, so other than that, that's all I really have to say. I really did enjoy making this course. I actually had to go back and do it 2 times, so you guys should get double the value. You don't have to take notes, but I would just save this video so you can come back to watch it basically again and again, so you can really grasp the ideas and fundamentals that I'm going to mention at the end of the video. By the end of this course, you should be able to understand the complete fundamentals when it comes down to consciously creating with the universe, and then also how to actually apply these fundamentals into your everyday life when it comes to manifesting, to make your manifestations flow through as easy as water. My goal by the end of this workshop is to help you guys discover what is actually interfering with your manifestation, and then how to work with it instead of working against it. So basically how to go with the flow of your manifestation instead of fighting against the universe or fighting against what you are actually trying to create. I wrote here, when you're in the rut, your vision becomes massively distorted, so you stay in that energetic flow. Meaning when you're in your environment, when you're in circumstances like say home, school, places where you are crowded or surrounded by different energies, your vibrational frequency or your vibrational output tends to match the environment that you are in, so it sends through mixed signals, and that can really interfere with what you are trying to manifest. The 3 keys to manifestation. So these are 3 separate topics or 3 different parts to manifestation that I think you guys should have at least somewhere in your awareness when it comes to co-creating or consciously creating. These are not the only principles, and they aren't in any particular order, but when testing, these are the categories that gave me the most feedback and the most I would say accuracy. It lets you target down and lets you see what is working and what is not working. So I'm going to break these 3 categories down and explain to you maybe what you may or may not be seeing when it comes to consciously creating or manifesting. The first category we're going to go over is going to be belief versus resistance. Now, these definitions are just pulled off of Google, but I feel like once you actually can say the word out loud and you can actually know the definition, and you can pull the definition into your awareness of what the word actually means, it helps kind of start to show you where you are on your belief versus resistance journey, and maybe what you need to look at or what you need to adjust. So resistance is the refusal to accept or to comply with something, the attempt to prevent something by action or argument. Once your beliefs are not aligned with your goal, this is the resistance feeling. This is where the feeling comes from. So you have to listen to the feeling, and you have to figure out what it is that is causing a resistance. What is it that is causing you trouble to believe that what you are saying that you can create is not true? Find what it is in yourself that is saying that you can't do this, or why do you think that this is not possible, and then you'll be able to discover what belief there that is still created in your subconscious mind. The belief is the acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. The belief holds the faith or confidence in something, in this case your manifestation or whatever it is you're trying to create. 9 times out of 10, if you're having trouble with your manifestation, it is because of a belief you have lodged in your subconscious mind, maybe telling yourself why you can't or why you cannot achieve or create something. Remember, the resistance is a refusal to believe. So if you are feeling that feeling, if your body is giving you that cue or that signal, you have to find and listen to that signal so you can know what is being resisted and where your beliefs may be not aligning to what it actually is you're trying to create. Usually the only time, our manifestations are lagged up or slowed, or is just not, going in our favor, like things are not being created, is because the line from our manifestation to what we believe is being blocked off, or the connection is being blocked by a resistance or a doubt that we have stuck or lodged somewhere in our subconscious or even our conscious mind. This is how I see it. That makes it easy for me, and it may make it easy for you guys as well. There is only faith versus fear. It's not the same feeling, so it cannot be the same thing. Think about this in regards to your manifestation. You can have faith and you can have belief and acceptance and trust in your manifestation, which allows you to go with the flow. Or you can have fear, which creates resistance and lack of confidence and disbelief when it comes to your manifestation. So there's two sides, there's two teams. You can either have faith or you can have fear. You can create in a fear mindset or a fear vibrational state, but fear produces struggle and more lack. When having faith allows you to go with the flow and allows your manifestation basically to pour in like water. So then you probably ask, well, how do I actually even spot the resistance, or how do I even know if I'm resisting anything in the first place? Statements like it's not manifesting, or it doesn't work for me, or nothing's happening, or statements like that throws you down the deepest wormhole of a pool full of resistance. Saying it's not manifesting is a manifestation. Saying it doesn't work for me is a manifestation. Your words, your thoughts, these are what creates your reality. So what you literally have to do is to monitor and to clean and to watch your thoughts and make sure they align with your manifestation. We have, I think, 94,000 thoughts a day. We can't keep track of all of these thoughts, but the thoughts, they come with feelings. So negative thoughts trigger corresponding negative emotions. When these thoughts come through, like I said, 9 times out of 10, they can be unconscious or not conscious thoughts. So thoughts that are just flowing by, that we have set kind of like on an autopilot. You have to notice these thoughts when they come with their negative emotion. Thoughts are energy, and energy is emotion. Energy in motion, okay? So you spot these thoughts from feeling the negative emotion that comes with them, and that allows you to catch them as they're going by, even through your subconscious mind. You just have to tell your body and learn to make your body more aware to the negative feelings that comes with these negative thoughts, or I should say negative emotions. They may be slight, they may not be a big resistance, or there may not be something loud and noticeable, or you probably would have noticed it by now. But learn to listen to these thoughts and learn to listen to these urges your body is giving to you, and that is how you know what parts of your manifestation or what it is in you that you are resisting or not believing. If you still can't figure out, what it is that is causing the resistance, this is where meditation and silencing the mind comes in. Through meditation, you can actually be more aware and be more, since you're not doing so many things at once, it allows you to focus on your thoughts and focus on the things coming in. And doing this, you're allowed to see and you're allowed to easily feel, what triggers and what is it stopping you when it comes to your manifestation. Ask yourself this: what is my manifestation or desire, and why is it not here, or supposedly not here? The universe mirrors back who we believe we are. So are you being the person you believe you see in your manifestation, receiving the desire or that manifestation? This is why right here, being still and doing nothing is two different things. Being still allows you to, monitor your thoughts and see your thoughts, and to go with the flow more and to not resist. And that, that's a big deal, or that is a big part of the manifestation process. Some people say, I believe, or I'm focused enough, or I know my thoughts are going in the right direction, or I know, I don't have to silence my mind because this is easy to me. But what they don't realize is we have 94,000 thoughts in a day. So half of the time, we don't even know these thoughts are going, or coming in and going out. So that's why, again, being still and doing nothing are two different things. Even if you know what it is, or even if you fix or solve the problem of what's being resisted, still practice meditation and still practice silencing your mind, because the less thoughts you have interfering and the more thoughts you have focus and going towards and aligned towards your goal helps you bring things through and manifest things faster. It helps to align from here to your goal or whatever it is you're trying to manifest. It helps the line become more clear and less cluttered, and that allows you to attach and basically anchor, like I mentioned in my last video, and pull your manifestation into your 3D reality. Here are 3 small techniques to try to help you with this process. So focus, intention. This is like a wait and see approach, put a focus intention out into the universe, and this is also where sitting still comes back in. Once again, don't hold attachment to the results, but more of a being aware approach. The way the universe may give you feedback may not be the way you predicted, and you don't want to miss it, so you don't want to put too much emphasis and too much blockages, or I should say, you don't want to put such resistance on how it's going to come in. This is why I say when you see your manifestation in your imagination, to just see it, see it in the end goal, see it as you receiving your wish fulfillment, or you more or less how you will feel of having it. If you can create the feeling of having it instead of seeing exactly how it's going to happen, just see you being in possession of it, seeing it be yours, or seeing you in that happy or fulfilled state, that allows the universe, with your focus, attention being on the end goal, that allows the universe to fill in the spaces for them to, put the pieces together for you and bring your manifestation. If you don't know what intention to put out or what intention, you should direct your focus on to identify or spot the resistance, ask. The more questions we put out and ask to the universe, the more the universe can, have space to give you more chances to, kind of like carve out exactly what it is that is causing the resistance, or kind of lets you narrow it down into the funnel. And the more narrow and the more questions you ask, the more you can carve out and get a more accurate piece of what it is that is causing your resistance. Once again, sitting still and doing nothing is 2 separate things. If you don't know exactly what it is that you need to be focused on, or have your attention focused on, put the intention out and sit still, meditate, and just silence your mind so the universe can have space for you to be aware, or so you can notice when they are sending you things related to what you're trying to manifest. Then simply let go and relax. This is kind of like one of the hardest parts, because it's like, is that really all I have to do? But if you can let go and go with the flow and just trust and simply relax, that lets you, stay in vibration and stay in tune with your goal, and that allows the universe to stay in tune with your manifestation. So it's like two little like wave lines in sync flowing together towards the same direction. And that is only when you relax. When you resist, these lines separate, and these lines come apart. And that is why you feel it, because you're not in sync, or you're not in tune with the universe, or whatever it is you are focused on, or your manifestation is going towards. Relaxing allows you to not create excess potential and go with the flow of your goal. If you are creating excess potential, this means you are putting your manifestation, or you are putting your goal, or whatever you're trying to attract, on a pedestal, saying or meaning that you do not have it, or you are not in alignment with it now or currently at the moment. And we can only project, or we can only get what we are putting out now and in the moment. Everything is now, not in the future, not in the past. Life and where we create, this 3D world is now. And putting your goal on a pedestal and giving it excess potential takes it out of alignment or out of balance with the universe. And there are more than one laws. It's not just the law of attraction when it comes to manifestation. There's, the universe runs on many different laws and many different rules. And one of these laws, or one of these rules, is the law of balance. And if you are putting too much resistance and you are not basically relaxing into your goal, then the universe will have to balance out whatever signal or whatever vibration it is that you are putting out. The universe will have to match and balance, the thoughts to the circumstances, so they will be basically going in that exact opposite direction of whatever it is you are intending or you are putting out with too much resistance, or putting it on a pedestal, or you want to think of your goal in the end, or imagine your goal in the end, with feeling and with everything attached, but you don't want to overextend or over exaggerate, or put it before everything, and you want to claim it, but you don't want to kind of like over possess it in a sense. I'm trying to explain this in a way where you guys can really get, what I'm saying. Because the more you do this, the more it creates excess potential, and it sends that signal out into the universe. And it's basically telling the universe that you don't have it, and the universe will match that by 2, basically dragging you into a timeline, or I would say an energetic downgrade, and it will spin faster and faster, kind of repeating to you and showing you that you don't have it, you don't have it, you don't have it. And these thoughts that you start attracting, starts creating your new reality, or your new belief that you really don't have it because of the excess potential you were putting on it. The universe is just matching that and doubling it by 2, making it that the goal or the manifestation that you put on this pedestal, or that you were trying to attract, now it's getting counter reacted or counter forced with the universe, because not that the universe is working against you, it just needs to stay centered, it just needs to stay balanced. And once again, you putting the excess emotion or excess potential or excess you kind of what's another word I can use for this? If you put your goal, put your manifestation into the limelight, if you give it a taste or give it a quality to it that it's kind of what we would think we would want in our manifestations, if we we can be excited about it, but if we make it not natural or not normal, or if we take it and we put it out of balance, then the universe just has to replicate that. Discovering your desire. I think this is actually one of the best parts when it comes to consciously manifesting or consciously creating, because this is where you discover what it is you actually want to create, and not the manifestation or the creation being influenced by the environment surrounding you, like we mentioned in the first couple of slides. Anything can influence your desires, from your own ego, from your parents, the friends, schooling, people you're surrounded by, and your surrounding environments, after school clubs, sports, work. Sometimes our desire isn't really our desire. Like I said, we absorb our surroundings because, we're human and we have the nature, we have the need, and we simply just want to fit in. But doing that, doing this, we kind of lose our own sense of power, and we drift into tapping ourselves into a mold of the desires and the dreams of the people around us. So basically, we think in terms of how they think. We all get stuck in this same energetic thinking bubble or energetic thinking environment, and usually it is kind of hard to break out of these energetic thinking bubbles or energetic thinking environments, because we are holding the beliefs of other people, and holding the beliefs of other people means we are holding their fears as well, and their fears becomes our fears, and that is the voice or the mind behind our desires that tells us we can't do this, or we won't be able to because no one around us did it. It makes us feel like we can't imagine what it would actually be like to have our goals, because we don't see it all the time. We don't see it on an everyday and a daily basis. Once again, like mentioned in the slide before, sitting still and doing nothing are 2 different things. You can actually get a lot done with sitting still. Like I said, you don't even have to really meditate, but sitting still, allows you to silence your thoughts and become aware of your thoughts. Sitting still can also be cleaning, it can be painting, drawing, something, whatever it is for you that can soothe and calm your thoughts, so you can be more aware of what's influencing your desires. I made a timeline to help you realize the process of discovering your desire and what you actually enjoy, rather than what is hindering you and stopping you in your environment from pulling your manifestation out of your imaginative state into your 3D reality or your 3D state. Sometimes we really do not realize that what's actually holding us back is the fears of what other people will say and think when we express and we follow our own desire instead of theirs. Do you actually want to be a rapper? Do you actually want to be a singer, a dancer, an actor, an Instagram model? And if you do, that's fine. Put your heart into it and, see it, believe it, and feel it, and be what you actually see in your imagination. But this is where image comes in. Is this your desire? Do you see, is this what you do when no one is watching? Is this what you love to do and it, pulls no energy out of you? Is this what you do when you're by yourself and you're relaxed? Is this what calms you down? Is this what brings you peace? Find what it is that calms you down, that brings you peace and puts you in a state of bliss and creation, not something that you do. You can want to show it off, that's fine, but not something you do just to show it off. Is this something that you are able to do and you could take your face off of it, and you can do it without people knowing that it's you, or knowing that you created it or you did it. If you can bring your manifestation down, or if you can pull this down without eyes, then that's great. That's part of discovering that it is your desire. This is why I say this is actually the best part of the fundamentals of manifestation. This is where the testing comes in and the experimenting comes in. Like I say, or like I mentioned before, we are influenced by the desires around us, so we don't actually let our true desires and our true beliefs and the things we enjoy flourish. We don't allow it to grow. We don't allow it to flourish. Imagine what it will feel like if you spent a day not putting any restrictions or any reactions or anything to how your body acts. Imagine if you kind of let your body take control and let your body say and do whatever it wanted to do without putting an extra thought, like, was I supposed to say that, or does that make me sound weird? Or imagine what it would feel like if you just allowed anything to flow and everything to flow. Imagine the state you would be in and how you would feel. That definitely will allow you, of course, to find your desire, wouldn't it? Because you're not putting attachments and you are trying new things and you are being open and available to new things without saying this doesn't fit the script or doing this doesn't fit the script. It takes you out of a mold, and it takes these invincible blockages from around you and off you and lets you do and feel free to create, whatever you desire. It puts you in the flow state. It puts you into alignment or in tune. This allows you to be in tune with the universe. So like I said with the testing, if you drive this way from work, it takes about 15 minutes. This other way takes about 16, 17, or 18 minutes. Cool, try that way and see if you notice or discover something. Go out alone, celebrate and realize things alone. Doing this, doing whatever it is, can be going out to a movie or, trying to paint, trying to draw, trying these new things, trying these new activities, it allows you to carve and to get a targeted focus on what you actually like to do and what your character is. Imagine there is a little you inside, that childlike you or that childlike version of you that is inside waiting for you to pull new things into your awareness to discover that you like these things. If you were never able to be open to, and you were never able to actually get a chance to experience a certain thing or something that you have, blocked off currently that you say that you would never like or you would never do. If you never get a chance to experience certain things, you would never know that you like it, because there's nothing else. There is no cue to pull or bring it into your awareness. So these things are staying stuck, down inside of you or stuck deep in you, and there's no way for them to, come out and be expressed, because there is nothing to pull or trigger that thought in your subconscious mind to bring that into your awareness. You already on the outside told yourself, this is the script, this is the role you have to stick to, or what do you have to play. In the rapper example, what role do you have to play, or what do you have to be? And in these roles, it kind of blocks out sometimes what we actually like to do, or what we do in our private time or in the meantime, that can actually be used to go with the flow of our manifestation. So what do I mean by experimenting? Saying and experiencing are two different things. And I say this because doing something creates momentum or emotion rather than you kind of saying it and walking through it. So you can do something and you can say through it, and then you can do something and you can feel through it. And I want you to find the things that you guys can do while feeling through it, because if you can feel through it, positive emotions, if you can feel positive emotions through it, then that ties and that can align with your manifestation. Like I was mentioning before, there's only faith and there's only fear. So you can either be going down and stay stagnant, or you can just be flying up straight towards your goal and alignment with the universe. The more you allow yourself to break the script and try new things, the more you are setting yourself into a receiving mode. This is happening because you are putting yourself into the present. When you put yourself into the present, the now moment, it stops you and it blocks the excess thoughts and thinking that comes about, worrying about the future, and also the thoughts that holds down your manifestation and blocks your manifestation as well from things that happened in the past. this, staying in the present allows you to train your brain for new things, and everything you experience will or should, if you're doing this right, seem like a new experience or something new. You should be creating new beliefs and new thoughts as you go through your day, and tie it into these new things that you're doing. Because once you're breaking the shell or breaking your character, most things may be the same, but if you're doing this and if you actually want to train yourself to experience it new, try to look at everything as something new and try to actually try new things, because then you'll be able to once again discover and be able to carve out more of what you like and kick out less of what you don't like. And then it's the optimization. So optimizing your likes and letting yourself discover what you actually like lets you kind of put these in a line or a row, like a row of cherries or a row of ducks, and it lets you basically have a streamline of these things that you much more rather enjoy, and you can use these and put these towards your manifestation. It also, since you are staying in the present and keeping yourself in the now, it lets you see everything as something that you enjoy. Since everything is basically something new to you, you are not putting old beliefs onto new things that you are experiencing now. Even though it technically is not new, you are learning to put yourself from out of your mind into the present to start to actually feel and see and touch things and have, witness things and experience things. And basically, like I was saying, as everything is new again, it puts you in a childlike state or in a state of wonder in your present moment. And doing these, you can start to target your likes, and you can discover, like how with the first one we see cold, you can stop seeing the things that you don't like and start discovering the things that you do like. Once you do that, you start to get to warm targeting, and you start to discover more and more things that you actually like, and you're starting to ignore the things that you don't like. And sometimes the things that you didn't like are becoming the things you are making those things that you didn't like become the things that you like. It's not just like, oh, it just happens. You were kind of looking at these from the other side of the moon, rather than seeing the moon that you always have been seeing. You were seeing the backside of the moon, and you're discovering the things you like about the backside of the moon, or the backside or the other side of whatever you already said that you didn't like. And then that gets us to targeted, and now almost everything you're seeing, you're kind of spotting the positive in it, and it is changing your world to basically show you that everything in your world is positive, or everything in fact is flowing exactly how it should be. It basically opens you up to new experiences and shows you that new experiences, or hits your subconscious mind that new experiences are positive and new experiences are actually fun. But the thing is, to do this, guys, you have to be comfortable enough to listen to yourself. You don't need anyone else's approval to tell you what you like. And it sounds so easy and obvious to say, but we don't realize that we can literally make our own choices, and we can create our own beliefs. Here I have an article listed on this slide about why people actually follow the crowd, and it is stated that only 1% of us, or 1% of people I should say, actually break out to doing what they actually enjoy, or following the beliefs of what they actually like, rather than conforming to the environment or the society that is influencing them, or whoever is basically around them, disrupting their belief train. And I put so much emphasis on following your beliefs and what you actually like, because back to the beginning of the video, I mentioned the way I create and the way I try to show you guys how to manifest is realizing that you have everything, and you have everything you desire and you need within you. You just have to discover it. You have to find it, so you can basically attach and to match to that vibration. Sometimes it's so hard for us to bring in our manifestations, like I keep mentioning and keep saying, because it's not our beliefs, but we don't actually know what our beliefs are. But once we can tackle and take all of these other things off, and we can let go of the opinions of others, and let go of what people will say, and the fear of not being accepted for following our own dreams and our own talents and our own whatever it is you have, or that you do, whatever you like to do. Everyone has a talent, or everyone has something that's theirs. Once you find what's theirs, or once you find what's yours, then your manifestation should just flow through, because you don't have to convince anyone. You don't have to convince yourself. More importantly, because you believe and you trust and you feel. This is where the feeling comes in. You feel that it's yours, so there is no extra back and forth, or resisting or restricting thoughts. You flow because you believe. What I learned in my journey so far is that once I stopped putting the how is it going to happen, or why is it going to happen, or when is it going to happen on and I just started to flow and trust and not even allow those thoughts to come into mind. You guys have to actually fully block off these thoughts from being attracted to you in general. Once they come, notice them and let them go. And I noticed once I started doing that, I remembered, like, literally the first day I was laying in bed, I was more or less worried about how my actual goal is going to manifest or come through, if even at all. And I just sat there and I'm just like, all right, I'm just not even going to think about this at all. I'm not even going to allow these thoughts to come through. I'm just going to rest and relax and just give it to the universe. I literally just gave it to the universe. That's the first time I ever cut off my thoughts and my denial. And once I did that, then I started to see, the universe have room to work and to mold and to match what the frequency was, the new frequency of me just letting go and relaxing and giving it to the universe. That gives the universe space and, room to actually wiggle and work with your manifestations, and to reflect the new vibration or the new energy you put out of letting go and relaxing. If we're constantly putting out a wish or putting something into the universe and then saying, where is it, or why is it not here, we are not allowing the universe to actually pull through our manifestation for us. If there's a part of this mini workshop that you are stuck up on or not really getting the idea, leave a comment below letting me know where I can go into more depth, into more detail. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, all of my information will be below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.